We are going to be talking planners. Welcome back to the channel. We are going to be talking planners. It's 2025 and we need to get planning. So it's not a surprise that I really love planning. That's one of the main reasons for the name of the channel, for crying out loud. But I do struggle every year when it comes to trying to decide which planner to use. So I really love the A5 size, that it's not too big, it's easy to bring along and things like that. But I also love Happy Planner as just the fact that you can take things out, you can put things in, the whole system and everything I love about Happy Planner. So this becomes a problem when you live in Sweden, because getting Happy Planners, we don't have Michael's to go to. We have our own version, which I guess would be Panduro, but they don't have Happy Planners or Mambi or anything like that. So if I want a Happy Planner, I usually have to order one from the US, have it shipped, and that does not come cheap. A lot of times I think people maybe choose Happy Planner because it's a good and fairly cheap alternative to like maybe an Erin Condren or something like that. But if you live in Sweden and you're shipping a Happy Planner to you, costs are going to add up either way, and you're going to be spending like $70 or up to 100. I don't know. It's a little bit insane. So what I decided to do this year, because I am the type of person that has some very specific ideas about what I want my planner to look like, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make my own. So last year I used this planner from Happy Planner, the New Year Fresh Start. I think it was like a wild folklore or something like that. I can't remember, but I really liked this. And I do love the fact that it has all these nice inlays. I love the gilded pages and things like that. And I love decorating my planner. It's it's something that I have a tendency to do with pretty much every week. So that being said, I was trying to think, what can I take that I love from the A5? What can I take that I love from the Happy Planner? How can I make those things work for me? So this is what I came up with. Basically, I decided to make the format of my own planner A5 size because that's what I like about the A5. It's the size. And I decided that basically I'm kind of doing my own Happy Planner feel kind of planner, I guess, like what I like from the Happy Planner. So I got discs because I do already have this guy. So this is basically just a hole punch for Happy Planner discs. And for me, that worked out perfectly because I got this a bunch of years back at Michael's when we were in the US. And this last hole punch thing is busted. So for me, it worked out really good because I didn't need it since I was doing A5. If, however, you do not have a hole punch specifically for Happy Planner, there's an easy hack. All you really need is a hole punch and a pair of scissors. All you need to do is take the paper that you want, line it up with the discs, make a little dot where you want the holes to go, use the hole punch, and then cut with the scissors. The cool thing when you're designing your own planner is that you can really get it any which way that you want, and you don't need any fancy schmancy equipment or programs to do it. Basically, you can use Canva to design your weekly spreads and anything else that you want to go into the planner. I knew that this year I wanted to do a vertical layout, so I have everything divided into 3 blocks for the weekly spreads. Things that are happening before lunch, things after lunch, and then another block for the evening, as well as a spoon tracker for each day so that I can keep track of and manage my energy, spoon theory kind of wise. I also have my 3 priorities for the week, as well as events that are happening and anything that I need to remember to do. At this point, I have laminated the monthly dividers the same as the front and back, but I might switch that out at some point. That's the beauty of a disc system. So far, and we're like, what, 1 week into the new year. So far, I'm really liking the planner. I've got the front and back, as well as the monthly dividers laminated. I haven't done the front and back matter yet, mostly because getting everything printed was a bit of a nightmare. Like, it took
a long time
getting the weeks set up the way that I wanted them, so that like the right page was on front and back, and it was a little bit of a tricky situation. I did make sure that I got paper that wouldn't bleed through, because I knew that I wanted to print on both sides. So what I went with was a 100-gram paper, I think. Yeah, I think it was 100 gram. Like the one that you usually get is 80 grams if you're in Europe. I know that it's measured, it's a little bit different in the US. But so far, so good, and I'm really happy with it. The paper quality needs to be a little bit thicker than your regular printer paper if you want it to, I don't know, to not be see-through, to be able to write on both sides without any bleed. So figuring that out, how to print it and everything, was a little bit tricky, but now I'm really happy with it, and I feel like I have everything written down so that next time, if I want to do this Franken planner kind of thing again, which most likely I will, because it was just really fun, and it's nice to get it exactly the way I want it. Next time I'll know what settings I need to have and how to print things. But front matter and back matter, I'm going to be adding in, and that's part of the charm of doing like a disc system, because I can just take things in, put them in, take them out, move things around. I love that. So I think I'm going to be adding maybe some habit trackers and some notes, things like that, like just line paper in the back, because it's nice to be able to write like shopping lists. And for me, I feel like I get things in the beginning of the year for the planner, and I'm like,
yes, this is perfect.
And then I end up not using it very much at all. Something that I do want to add is like a tracker for like what books I read, and maybe something to plan my writing. Maybe, we'll see. At this point, I'm keeping that in a separate planner, but maybe it would be nice to have some of that in here as well. We'll see. With all of the activities and things that need to be planned, it's also so important to plan in rest time, which is one of the reasons, like, keeping track of energy is why I put the spoon tracker in the bottom of every day. So hopefully that's going to be a good one. And when I have that time for rest and recuperation, I am going to be spending it reading a lot. And I just got a new book that I am so excited about. Daniela from Through the Looking Glass, the YouTube channel, has written a beautiful poetry collection of living with chronic illness, living through chronic disease and with pain and all of that. And she has such a beautiful way of expressing what it's like. And I think even if you don't have chronic illness, reading it could really open your eyes a lot to living with it and what the struggles can be on a day-to-day basis. But it's just that way of reflecting that she has that I just find so, I don't know, it really connects on a very human level for both people that have it and deal with it, understanding that you're not alone, and maybe to be able to share with people that are close to you that you're like, you know what, I really wish that people got this. So it is a really great read. If you like poetry, if you are dealing with chronic illness in any way, shape, or form, I highly recommend this beautiful, beautiful book. Wonderful read. Excellent. Every star, every finger. Wonderful, wonderful book. Mwah! Daniela, you kick ass. With family and New Year and everything at Mom and Dad's, it tends to be like the first days after the New Year, I'm down. I'm down, down and out. And I guess I would kind of feel like the first week of New Year is really like first week of January. That's my New Year. That's when I do my resetting and everything, just kind of getting back into the vibe of restarting the entire year. Making vision boards, getting my calendar and my planner reset, fixing up the Kanban board, all of that good stuff. So like the overall things that I'm doing and things that I have like for different tasks, I'm setting up on the Kanban board. And for the different things that I'm doing like weekly and things like that, to have an overview there, I kind of use my physical planner. And then when it comes to like daily things, I usually use, well, both the physical planner and Notion. I do use Notion mostly to make sure that I get like habit tracking things done. And also when it comes to planning projects, like this is what I'm planning for content or work things. Planning is something that is so personal, how you keep yourself organized. To me, it's a lot of color coding and it's a lot of, just a lot of lists and things like that, because that makes me feel like I've got a good overview on things. Anyway, I hope that you guys have a great start to your year, and I would love to hear how you're doing your planners this year. It is really, really fun to hear about everybody else's different systems. I'll see you guys next week. Love you. Bye-bye.